Alright, I'm working on the Speed UTV today. I've got the roof rack unbolted. There's 6 bolts on each side. Whole roof rack comes off, and then the roof itself should come off. So I just used the lift, got the rack off. Gonna have to pull the windshield out. Probably have to pull the light bar off. We'll see how heavy that roof is. Pulling it by myself, I might use the lift. And I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. I got some other goodies to add on to when I got the windshield off. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned. Have wipers on this thing. They are just ones that I drilled in, so I have the whole kit here. We'll see how that install goes. So the only thing holding the windshield on is the bolts, the 4 bolts on the top that go through the roof to the roof rack. And then there's these 2 lower ones right here, both sides. Hopefully you can see that. So we'll see how smooth this goes. Probably the smoothest because everything goes super smooth for me. The manual wipers, to get them to fit, I had to end up bending this one a little bit so that it would actually be the opposite direction, because they were both designed for one direction, but because they're opposites. This was just some cheap Amazon ones I bought with the little handles. Really difficult for short guys to grab, so just FYI. So, not sure if this is 100% the right way to remove a windshield, but I usually make mistakes when I do this kind of stuff. So, I am going to use a strap, use my car lift, take a little bit of weight off of it, and push the side-by-side back. That way, by myself, in case I drop it, it doesn't go on the floor. Windshield's off. So next step that I can think of, they did send me some pictures, so we'll see how that goes. But so the windshield has these holes on it right here, and they're already tapped, so you could fit some screws in there. They emailed me some pictures, so we'll see how those help. And then from what I can see on the pictures, you take this little cover off right here. I don't need this on here anymore. Sorry about the mud in there. This is Alaska, so don't get too offended. But we'll take this little cover off here. See what that looks like. So that's off. Now we gotta figure out where that motor goes. Cool, there's a big wiring harness right there. Not sure if we're gonna have to move that around. But we will see. I'll get right back. Okay, so here's what we got. Sorry, turn the camera. So here's what we got. We got the little tank. It's got the pump switch on it. We've got a Deutz connector here with some pins. Guessing that's going to be to connect into the main harness. We got the plug here to connect to the motor, switches, and then obviously power. We got a bunch of hose here. We got 2 wipers. We got 2 windshield wipers. If you don't have this little kit of stuff, let's see, is there a part number on here? Wiper hardware. In your kit, make sure you contact Speed and have them send it to you, because mine didn't have that in there. It's got these little fittings in here for the hoses to run through the windshield. It's got some 3M stickies with the bolts for mounting the that thing, and then I think this was part of the kit. Can't really remember. Looks a little big, but we will see. That's definitely too big. I'm not sure what this is for, honestly. But I think I'm still missing a couple screws to mount these guys in, so I'll have to run to AIH or something like that and see what I got. But yeah, so I just disconnected this side. I might just write driver side on this side and passenger side on this side so I don't forget. But this mounts in that way, and looks like there's 2 bolt holes somewhere down in here that I'll have to find. I don't know, it might be these ones or there might be some down lower, but I'll update you once I find out. So I had to pull my dash apart. I have a new faceplate for this anyways. It's got a battery kill on it and moving switches around, stuff like that. So that'll be cool. Pull that off, and to get the washer motor, I throw these screws down here. There's a dash screws and then my winch. So to get it up here, I had to feed it in through the bottom. I didn't see any other way to do it. So let's see how this thing mounts. Yeah, so I didn't realize I was videoing in vertical, but that's just me because I'm terrible at this and very, I try to make videos, but I'm terrible at it. So let's see if I can get that motor up here and bolt it in. Well, let's see if I have to trim this out, because I do not know how this is supposed to fit without trimming it. That's on there. Alright. Well, looks like we're probably going to have to trim this. So let me pull up some pictures and I will see what it says and get you guys posted. So the best I've found from the video itself is just a line up here. So you keep most of this. We will see. We'll see how it turns out. I'll just make a mark here. Right, Okay. Not a very bright mark. Sure you can't see it. Neither can I. Okay. Now let's see how this fits. Better. Alright, there we go. Now, I put a little blue Loctite on both of these guys. We'll get that one started. And see if I can get this one started. A little bit of a tight fit in here, but not terrible. Alright. Now. Okay. Alright. Well, cool. Now we'll trim out this panel that covers up here. It shows that being trimmed out, so we'll do that. Maybe I'll blow this out real quick, and then we'll put that piece on. I'll get back to you in a minute. So here's how I cut it out. I just cut this little chunk out of here. See how that fits. Beautiful. Slides right in there. Okay, so this hole I drilled out for those other wipers. Didn't take it off, so it's not centered. I didn't have an issue with this one here. I just had to bore it out to the outside of the hole. I used a step bit to kind of ream it out and a little diamond bit, and it opened it up pretty nice. These two little screws here didn't come in the kit that I could find, so I'm gonna have to go to Ace, pick some up here in Sterling, and then we'll move on. So this is where I'm at. I'm pretty sure this guy goes like this. I need to get an M6 bolt that's a little bit shorter than this for these two. I'm going to throw a blue Loctite on those guys. This side, I think, from pictures, I think goes like this. That's going to be passenger side, so we'll see if that is correct. But so far, so good. So we'll see if that hits or what happens. But yeah, excited to find out. All right, so next step would be drilling holes for. Well, sorry, got to backtrack a little bit. I had to get 2 new bolts. I got some little stainless ones. It's only going in plastic, but they're the M6 by 10 1.0 pitch for the wiper blades, the 4 of them. And then grab a 5/16 drill bit, and there's some indents, and I'll kind of try to zoom in on them. And you just drill right above them, is what it shows from the pictures. And then these little fittings will go in there for your wiper. That'll drop in there. Get you zoomed in. So try to clear that up. There are these little round circles right here, and you just drill right at the top of it. This is threaded. Slider in there, pointer up a little bit, and then we've got some, we'll have to clean this up a little bit. We got some stickies that go on here, and I'll show you once I'm done with that. And I've been just doing blue Loctite on everything. Looks like this comes with 2 washers. We'll see if we can fit both washers. If not, we'll just throw the one on the front side. Nope. Looks like maybe 1 washer at the most. Yeah, maybe 0 washers. There's not a whole lot of penetration there. So I'll throw some blue Loctite. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it might only get 1 or 2 threads, so I would say don't even put a washer on it. Could be wrong, but we'll try it out. Clean out these holes. But this guy, these 2 little zip tie things will connect to there, and then I'll get that zip tied and show you a picture. So I ended up having to super glue these. I don't know if it's because I put a little brake clean on there or what, but it kind of pulled the external coating off the plastic so it wouldn't stick to it. So a little bit of super glue, zip tied it. It's in the middle. Cool. So cleaned up the dash, got the quad lock installed, and we're ready to go in with the windshield. So now I've got 1 wiper on. I don't have the bolt tight. I'm gonna wait till I got power to it and I can tighten it up a little bit and run it and see how it goes. But as of right now, windshield's back on. That was pretty easy. I just have these 2 bolts down here. I still have my roof off, but just reconnected the rods back on, and that went real smooth. Hopefully I have this on right. I'll find out once I go to turn it on, but I think it is. Hopefully they'll both go outward, and yeah, so stay tuned.